Welcome to Modern Tactical Shooting. Now, a few months ago, I made a video, Special Forces Team Sergeant Full Mission Loadout. In that video, I talked about the different packs I used. One was a simple day pack. It's a Warrior Assault Systems helmet cargo pack. Basically, you're a one-day assault pack, the stuff you need with you for the firefight at hand. And then I talked about my sustainment pack, which was a Source 35-liter patrol pack, which I used on multi-day combat operations. Now in that video, of course, I talked about how I gave that pack away, but the fine folks at Source, well, they saw that video, they liked it, and they've sent me a replacement Source 35-liter patrol pack. Now this is a true 3-day pack. Now in this video, I'm going to get into why I chose this pack over other packs. Really, this is the ultimate 3-day pack, which I found really out after 3 tours in Afghanistan. I've tried a lot of packs, and really this is the one I settled on, and I think this is really the best combat sustainment pack. Now, why I think so, let's get into it right now. Now, before I cover the Source 35L Patrol, let me talk about pack size in general and really what size makes up a 3-day pack. Packs are measured in cubic inches, basically the dimensions combined, or in liters, and I find the liter measurement is a lot more easier to visualize how much a pack can contain and really is a better guide for choosing your pack. Anything around 20 liters or under is your standard day pack. Like this Warrior Assault Systems helmet cargo pack. This is a 12-liter pack, but with the cargo flap, this is well around the 20-liter mark. So this would be considered your day pack, and it's the perfect assault pack size, around 20 liters. Once you get to 30 to 40 liters, that gets into your 3-day pack size, your sustainment pack. This is the 35L for 35-liter, and really that's the sweet spot for a multi-day pack. Beyond 40 liters, when you're talking about 50 liters up to 70 liters, that gets into your full-size backpacks and your rucksacks. Like my old school Alice pack right here, this is probably around the 60-liter range. I'd have to look it up online exactly, but this is well past the 50-liter as far as size. So that's your full-blown rucksack size. Now, before I used the Source 35-liter Patrol, I used this my last tour in Afghanistan back in 2015. I was previously using this Camelback Motherlode right here. Now, spec-wise, this is a 35-liter pack, and it's within the same price range. Currently, I think this sells for $290, and the Source pack goes for $304. But spec-wise, they're the same size pack. It's considered a 3-day pack. I used this in my 2012 and 2014 trip, but I was really dissatisfied with this pack right here. And mainly, it's not with the capacity, they hold the same. It's really how it feels over body armor. When you're talking about packs and in a tactical context, you're gonna be wearing body armor. That's just how it is nowadays. So a pack, if it doesn't feel good over body armor, and let's face it, wearing a pack over body armor is a miserable experience regardless of the pack, but you're trying to minimize that experience. And this pack, it just felt extremely horrible over my plate carrier. And the main reason for that has to do with the shoulder straps. If you look at the shoulder straps on the Motherlode, they attach at the very top, which I found that this pack really hangs super low on the back of my plate carrier. It really hangs low even if I'm not wearing a plate carrier. And the design of this really starts pulling down on the upper part of your back and starts dragging you down. So not the most comfortable pack at all. Now there's a major change or difference with the Source 35-liter Patrol, and let me get into that right now. So let's look at how the shoulder straps attach to the Source pack. Now, if you notice, the straps actually don't attach directly to the top of the pack. They're actually offset about 2 or 3 inches below the top of the pack itself. And it has these extra straps right here, which help you set the tension and the distance from the top of the pack to the shoulder straps. And this is actually considered a load lifting design. Yes, I had to look that up online. But this little offset or 2 or 3 inches just allows the pack to sit a little bit more higher, and I would say a little bit more square on your back, especially in body armor. Now, if you look at this side-by-side video comparison right here, the Source pack just sits slightly a little bit higher up on my back than the Camelback Motherlode, and that makes a world of difference. There's only about 15 pounds in each one of these packs. Full combat load, I was running 30 to 40 pounds in this pack right here, and I can't emphasize enough just how much of this little offset design right here helped this pack sit better over body armor. If you notice, there's no waistband on here. The waistband, it actually comes with one, but I took it off for wearing with body armor. You don't need the waistband, and it just allows it to sit nice and square against my plate carrier. So let me get into the actual features of this pack. Now, these two extra pouches on the side, they don't come with these Source 35L Patrol. These are actually from ATS Tactical Gear. I like to carry a ton of water on mission, but let me get into the specs, or really all the features that this pack offers. So let's go over the Source 35L Patrol. It has two large outer pockets with a little small zipper pocket on the top outer pocket. These water bottle pouches, they're actually slimline upright GP pouches from ATS Tactical Gear. I'll talk more about them here in a minute. Again, I took off the waist strap, and it has routing loops on both of these shoulder straps for the water bladder tube. But let's get into the actual pouches themselves on the pack. So a little small outer pocket, insect repellent, some little IFAC items in here, a small zippered outer pocket on top of the small outer pocket itself, and I'm just going to throw in again some more IFAC items and a little small rain jacket, and this pocket's not even half full, so plenty of room right now. And again, I just want to let you visualize what 35 liters looks like. Now, it has a lower large outer pocket, and I'm just going to be putting in a poncho and some cordage to basically set up a shelter if I need to. And as you will see, this pocket again is not even half full, so there's plenty of room left in the large outer lower pocket. Flipping the pack around to the main compartment, there is a small inner pocket, again, if you want to stow small items. But I'm basically putting in some camping gear, a camping hammock. 26 years in the Army of sleeping on the ground. I'll never sleep on the ground again now that I've discovered camping hammocks. A poncho liner, little wet weather bag, and a small camping stove, and of course a little LifeStraw water filter. And this main compartment is not even half full. So again, plenty of room for food, extra clothing, really it's up to your imagination. Now, this does have a 3-liter inner bladder for water, and I'm going to talk about these side pockets right now. So these pouches are slimline upright GP pouches from ATS Tactical Gear, and they're just big enough to hold 32-ounce Nalgene bottles with the cups. And I like to always add extra pouches to the outside of packs. So the way I have this pack rigged right now is the same way I had it for Afghanistan with regards to water capacity. 3-liter Source bladder inside the pack itself with two 32-ounce Nalgene bottles. Gives me about 4.9 liters of water, and that's meant to last about 2.5 days. If you go on a multi-day combat operation, on the 3rd day is when you can start getting air assets, either resupplies air landed by helicopter to you or airdropped. So you need to be able to make it 3 days with what you carried on you going into the mission. Now, one thing on this pack that is missing, but I have it right here, is this blue Force Gear 10-speed triple mag pouch. This is the actual one I had on the pack in this photo right here. And I carried 3 extra magazines on the back of the pack. I talked about this again previously in that Special Forces Team Sergeant loadout video. In an online gun forum, I forget which one it was, I was actually made fun of, and I was called a boot for wearing mags on the outside of my pack. People couldn't grasp the idea. And really the mags on the outside of the pack was for other members so they could grab a spare magazine without going to their fighting loadout on their kit. But really, because we were doing movement to contacts, we're basically patrolling around in Afghanistan waiting for the enemy to shoot at us. We make contact, and as per every basic infantryman's SOP, if you make enemy contact, you get shot at. You go ahead, you ditch your pack, and you get basically in the prone or behind cover. But if I threw my pack down, that gave me 3 extra magazines at my disposal, again, without having to go to the magazines that were actually on my body armor. Now, I got this around, I would say 2012, 2013, so this is truly 10 years old, and the pouch is completely blown out. It doesn't retain anything anymore, but yeah, this is the original 10-speed 3-mag pouch I wore in the back of my, well, not this pack, but the pack I carried in Afghanistan. Now there is one improvement the Source Patrol pack could use, and that is quick release shoulder straps. To be honest, trying to take this off in a hurry while in the middle of a firefight was kind of a tedious task, wearing this over body armor. Quick release shoulder straps have been around forever, like on my Alice pack. You basically pull a little latch and it will come undone. Any serious tactical pack that's going to be sold and offered as a military item, I think needs to have quick release shoulder straps. I brought this up to Source and they actually like the idea, and they say that's something they might be adding to their packs in the future. So let's hope we see something like that. So yeah, the only thing I really see this pack needed was the quick release. Other than that, everything spot on, and it was a good design for what I used it in Afghanistan. Source is actually an Israeli company based out of Israel. And really what turned me on to Source products in the first place was probably around 2012. I was looking for a smaller bladder for my plate carrier. Now back in the early days in Iraq and Afghanistan, everybody wore 2-liter bladders on their back. That was kind of the only thing that you could get, I would say, in the early 2000s. But in Afghanistan, it's all about a balance between weight and mobility. And Source offers a 1-liter bladder. It's called their Kangaroo, and this is the first Source product that I saw. This was probably around 2013. It was actually sold on base at the military PX, and that was my first introduction into Source products. Of course, I've talked about their universal tube adapter. It works with any Source bladder. You basically can unhook the tube right here, the mouthpiece. You can stick the UTA on there, universal tube adapter, and you can hook water bottles to it. So you don't have to take your reservoir out of the pack or off your kit to refill your bladder. So they have some pretty good innovation, and that's what turned me on to Source in the first place, was this Source bladder. And again, referring back to that Team Sergeant full mission loadout video, some of the photos, a lot of teammates are wearing the 1-liter bladder. I would say it's pretty popular, at least while I was in Special Forces, because they were one of the few companies making a 1-liter bladder at the time, so a very handy item. But again, they're out of Israel, not as well known as, of course, as Camelback is here in the United States, but internationally, Source actually has some pretty sizable military contracts. I know they had quite a large contract with the British military to supply them with tactical gear, and you can find their items still at military PXs. I just checked one and they offered some Source products. But again, this 3-day pack, and I've tried a lot outside of just Camelback, and I found the 35-liter Patrol really sits the best over body armor and has a great balance between capacity and really its design. And really, if I had to deploy again and I needed a multi-day pack, then I would go with this pack right here. Of course, I'm retired now, so this is going to be reserved to camping. Maybe I'll let my son use it, who's in the Army. I don't know, because I really kind of like it, and it's a great multi-day pack. Now, I do plan on doing a few more videos about packs. One of the videos I want to do is basically a complete history as I saw it of all the different multi-day or assault packs or 3-day packs that I saw fellow Special Forces guys carrying, and the different packs I utilized. So stay tuned, that will come sometime here in the future. And by request, I've been asked to do some videos on if I had to pack as a civilian, a go bag or a blowout bag. How would I pack today if I had to prepare for a shift situation? So I'll probably do a few more videos based on packs and tactical loadouts as a civilian, just being prepared. So look for those videos in the future. So there it is, the review of the Source 35L Patrol. I think it's the ultimate 3-day pack. I'm going to put a link down in the description to Source products if you're interested in checking them out. But as always, hopefully you found this video informative and entertaining. As always, I'm Jeff Gerwich. Thanks for watching.